Well, it looks like old Moscow Marge is really triggered by Jasmine Crockett's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body dig. She posted this picture on Memorial Day and she had this to say. Many people go into their 50th birthday thinking it's a bad thing, but I truly feel it's wonderful, and I'm so excited and grateful God let me live 50 years and do so many things. You know, Marge, if you're ever trying to sell religion and you tell somebody that God sat back and let you do all these things, it's not going to be the selling point that you think it is. But people was quick to point out that her boyfriend, Brian Glenn, posted some pictures on his Instagram that they were in Costa Rica. And, you know, Marge in the past had went to a lot of events in Georgia on Memorial Day, but this time it looks like she's spending her birthday and Memorial Day in Costa Rica. But not every Republican was so happy to see this post. Former Trump Assistant Deputy Sebastian Gorka had this to say, "Wow, making Memorial Day about you and posting a bikini shoot because it's your birthday, unbelievable." You know, there was a time that would have been the reaction of most Republicans. There was also a time that if you'd have posted a picture like that on Memorial Day, that it would have potentially ended your political career. But we're in complete different waters these days with MAGA. And look, I'm not here to body shame her or to say that she shouldn't have shared a picture like that or to say that she shouldn't be proud of making it to 50. That's not what this is about at all. It's just about pointing out the glaring hypocrisy on this one, that these are the same people that for 8 years talked about Michelle Obama's bare arms, but yet they're okay with Marge making Memorial Day all about her in Costa Rica. They're perfectly okay with that. Could you imagine if Michelle Obama had have made the same post on Memorial Day, how that Republicans' heads would have just exploded? I mean, I don't mean to do a whataboutism, but you really got to stop and think about the hypocrisy that they possess these days. It's absolutely crazy. And that's what we're always here calling out. It's not about, you know, trying to always bash the other side. It's just that the hypocrisy is so loud and obnoxious, you can't help but point it out. You know, you have a former president starting off a Memorial Day post with Happy Memorial Day to everyone, including all you human scum, and he gets a complete pass for that on Memorial Day from Republicans. You know, that's not the Republican Party that I remember as a kid. Now, a good friend of mine brought across a really good point when we were just sort of debating on this, because I've often said that this isn't the Republican Party of my grandfathers. And my friend said, well, you know, man, maybe it was. Maybe this is who they always were. Maybe now they're just empowered to be this bold. Maybe now Trump gave them the courage to be their true self. And I do believe my friend has a good argument there. And he's pretty much got me persuaded now that that may be exactly what happened. Because we're just in a different place now where we see these people constantly go out here and make everything about them. And they do so with such arrogance that they can do it on Memorial Day and they know their base will give them a pass for it. But you know good and well that was in response to Jasmine Crockett's words. There's no way that was a coincidence. It's not like that she just said, hey, I turned 50, I want to show off my body today. There is no way that that's what happened. That got under her skin, and that gives me joy. And I know a lot of people would say, well, you shouldn't be that way. But really, folks, we have seen Marjorie Taylor Greene be such a bully. We have seen her harass students who survived school shootings. We saw her stoop to the lowest of the lows. And to see her now get it back, I mean, she literally broke the internet. Can you imagine how bad it had to have got under her skin that comment broke the internet? All these people, including myself, wrote all these songs about it, made all these parodies, made all these memes. Yeah, it broke the internet, and it gave us all a laugh, you know, and we needed it. And I don't feel one bit bad laughing at Marge's expense, considering the people that she has went out of her way to harass and to bully. You know, I don't believe that we can go high when they go low, because I don't think they have a bottom, and I've said that many times. But we're in a different place these days with Republican politics. Donald Trump has completely changed the landscape now. And, you know, I can remember a time that, actually I don't remember a time when we had congressmen and women this crazy and this out there and this on the edge and just constantly throwing us all this material. I remember a time when people used to have crazy ideas, and you would hear about that. You would hear about some congresswoman from Arizona or something that had a really weird take or a really weird belief. But Marjorie Taylor Greene just constantly gives you content. I mean, she truly does. If you're having a slow news day, all you got to do is Google Marjorie Taylor Greene, and you'll find something to talk about pretty quick, because she's just always in the news, and she's always over the top, and she's always obnoxious. But then you go back and you say, well, who paved the way for this? You know, who paved the way for Elvis? You know, like who paved the way? Was it Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley that created rock and roll? I say it was, but still, you know, it's like, Donald Trump, not to compare him to the greats of rock and roll, but Donald Trump paved the way for this type of thing. And we're going to see this from now on in American politics for a good long while, until people finally wakes up and realizes that it has no substance, that it just has there's no substance there. Once they realize that they're voting against their own interest and there's no substance, maybe we can get back to having real debates. And I really hope that time comes sooner than later.